trophy.
Right, we're here at the Manatee Civic Centre. So, day one of World's Strongest Man was cancelled. Basically, they had a tropical storm on the beach where we were meant to be having the event. I think, I heard on the news somebody died. The weather was that bad, whether like storm swept them out to sea or a tree hit them or something, I don't know. But the weather's been absolutely awful. So the athletes had to dim down for the day, spent another day in the hotel. We've now moved location. This was a rush job. So they literally hired this place overnight and got all the events in there, all the warm-up kit, all the television, trailers and everything. So let's head in, have a look around. All the TV crew running around like madmen, setting up. I think literally this has been hired overnight, so they've had to rush in, get it all set up. Not ideal for World's Strongest Man, but at least they're making it happen. So here we go in the athlete area. This is actually the best athlete area I've ever seen for World's Strongest Man. We usually get a little two-man tent with a pipe in for aircon. So not a bit of an upgrade actually. As I say, I think all the guys are a bit miffed off having a day off yesterday, delayed everything, and it means now that we've got to do 2 days straight events, no rest, straight to the final to catch up. Oh, it's Oberst. Got the world record for the biggest head in history. What do you reckon the circumference is? It's gone bigger. It's actually, I need to take a second to compute this. It's good. It's actually grown.
Watch, put yours next to mine and you can really see.
And I've got a massive head. Look at the difference.
Look at that.
Wow.
I by far have the biggest head in here, by far. By far. It's good.
It's a good accolade, mate. It's a good accolade.
Yeah, I can never wear hats. It's good.
Guess what? Take a guess who's not here. Take a guess. Anyone seen Brian? Brian! No, Brian's late. There's an absolute shocker. Brian is late for his own show. What is this we have here? Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
What are these delicious delicacies we have on offer today? Are these the healthy protein?
Yeah, there's no carbs on that.
Completely healthy. Okay. I can feel myself getting slimmer already. Probably one of the most important aspects of World's Strongest Man is the rules meeting. This is where they distinguish where the opponents are going to be dropped, how they picked up, in what order, the time limits, the weights. If you don't listen during this, it's your own fault. Are you listening for? No double dipping, you.
No.
Just want to say anything because he's friends with Half Four.
I am close.
Half Four's getting knocked the out, and you know it.
Man, the fire is real.
Oh yeah. Oh, look who's finally decided to turn up an hour later than anybody else.
Representing Ireland.
Pretty sure they said all athletes here by 8:30. It is now 24 minutes past 9, and look who strolls up. Like just a casual walk in the park. Event about to go. Let's try to be respectful, okay? Shut up. Like a pregnant bloke to you. Is that right?
You're also glowing with lard.
Excellence.
Lard.
No, this is excellence. This is bleeding excellence, Brian.
Nice to see you.
Have you had surgery on your eyes? Why do you look like a Chinese man?
You know what's amazing is that from the front I can actually see your little ears. You've got a little bit less fat. Congratulations. I feel like you've been saving this up and it's not quite coming out.
A whole 12 months of abuse. Just where's Brian?
Okay, take a couple deep breaths. We'll see you later.
Few moments later.
I just can't believe the state of some people these days. Call themselves pro athletes, sitting around, looking like fat slobs. His eyes. Just sells it. Open your eyes, Brian.
Do I look like Brian?
That's better. There we go. You can see your eyeballs. He can only take so much of me for like in one day. He's just getting to that point now. It's just like, I've had enough. Does that help with the cellulite?
I think you're right. I think I'm with you. It's great. It's great seeing you, Ed. We'll see you later, buddy. Okay. Go have a nice day.
Okay.
Yeah. Take care.
Okay, Richard. Bye-bye. Right, we're just about to get going with the day one of World's Strongest Man. So, first event is the Farmer's Walk for Distance, 150 kilo in each hand. Group 1, Mr. Robert Oberst, Pat Dwyer, Gabriel Pina, Jerry Pritchett and Luke Richardson. So, let's see what these guys could do, and we'll interview the winner after the event.
Ready? Come on, Gary. Come on, Gary. Let's go, Jerry. Let's go, Jerry. Yeah, Toby.
Right, that's Group 1, Event 1 down. So some interesting results there. Jerry Pritchett wins the event with 52 meters. Second place of Robert Oberst at 38.87. So that puts those 1 and 2. Luke Richardson, 20.13 in third place, and then Gabriel Peanut in fourth and Pat Dwyer in fifth. So Pritchett's in the lead, Robert Oberst in second, and Luke Richardson, the Brit, 23 years of age, in third place. So that's absolutely fantastic news for Luke. He's just got to keep going, keep getting those top 3 spots. I always say this at World's Strongest Man, if you can come top 3 on every event, you're going to do well. So next group.
Ready? Go, Kevin. Go, Kevin. On base. Ready. One more. Let's go, Mark. Finish it. Get it to that line.
Right, I'm here with Evan Singleton, who won by 0.25 of a meter.
Thanks for voting. And then there was
How's it feel, buddy? First event?
I feel like a champion. I mean, I won, so.
You were out at Will Strongest Man last year, weren't you? And I could see in your eyes, you were so, I would say, pissed off that you weren't competing.
I think
No, because I didn't earn my way there yet, and I totally respect that. And I was an alternate and an equipment tester, so I was ready to jump in the second that I had the opportunity. Yeah.
And you nearly did, but there was a few people that didn't, like, should have pulled out but didn't. That's life.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah, that's life.
So
I'm here now. That's all that matters.
Second place was Kevin Fairs, and then third was Mark Felix, who to beat Felix in a farmers event like that is phenomenal. What's next event for you? Group 2.
Deadlifts.
Deadlifts, good event for you. You've been pulling some good figures. You pulled 410, 420 recently? I've seen you pull 400.
420.
420.
420.
That's a good figure, man.
I've actually been hammering my deadlifts really hard lately because I've been working with my coach Adam and Kim Dirks, and I've still been using the program that you gave me too, which I very greatly appreciate.
Good.
I've just been pretty much consistently just hammering the shit out of deadlifts.
So
trying to
420, is it for max or is it for reps? The next one.
Max reps.
Max reps. A bit of both. So we're pulling a 420. That puts you in good stead for reps anyway, doesn't it? So
I like to think so.
yeah. So feeling good, feeling confident. Final.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I figure I'm gonna just try to hang with them on the deadlift because we've got a world-class deadlifters here. Bish, obviously, Mark, he's known for winning these events. So I'm gonna try to trail them as much as possible, just collect as much points as possible, and then honestly, I don't see myself losing the circus dumbbell or the loading medley. So
Awesome. Well, good luck, buddy.
Thank you very much.
See you in the final.
Much appreciated. I'll look forward to seeing you there.
Thanks, man. Right, Group 2 is done, and the winner is, by 25 centimeters, Evan Singleton. Now, got to say, Evan has come in, he's been doing strongman 2 years, he's 28 years old, come from a WWE background, so if anybody knows wrestling, I know you guys think there's a bit of, it's all fake and everything, but trust me, to be a wrestler, you have to be a hell of an athlete, and Evan definitely is. He put it hands down then, beating the field by 25 centimeters, but winning is winning. Second place is Kevin Fairs. Third place, Mark Felix, only by 67 centimeters, and then Mikhail in fourth, and Adam Bishop, surprisingly, in fifth. So Adam actually fell down on that one. Next event, so Group 3, Event 1, Gavin Bilton from Wales, I believe. He's absolutely huge at the minute, 200 kilos in body weight, the heaviest guy here, which does, in these events, make a big difference. It makes it a lot easier. At the end of the day, the heavier you are, if you weigh 200 kilo and you're picking 200 kilo up, it's easy. If you weigh 100 kilo and you're picking 200 kilo up, it's hard. So being big is good in these events. Maxime, can't pronounce the second name, Maxime Baldreet from Canada, Trey Mitchell, the third from USA, Novikov from Ukraine, and then our very own Tom Stoltman from Great Britain. So this is another very tight group. Novikov is an absolute animal. He's young, I think he's like 24, I believe. He's a very dangerous person in any group. He could win any group, honestly, he's absolutely phenomenal. Tom's got his work cut out here for sure. Trey Mitchell's a good athlete, and from what I've heard, Maxime is a phenomenal athlete as well. And I've seen Gavin compete at Europe, so Group 3 is going to be an interesting one. See how they get on. Right, and with Novikov, his English is okay, but he's got a translator here, Roma, who's if he can't answer, he'll fill us in. But Novikov, you won that by 11 meters. So you did. I mean, you went out third, so you didn't quite know what you had to do to win the event. But I think you got the furthest distance out of all the group, and it's just phenomenal. Watching you compete last year, I was amazed you didn't make the final. This year, I don't think there's no doubt you are going to the final. How old are you? 24?
24 years.
24. Do you think you've got a shot at winning the World's Strongest Man this year? Yeah, does he think he can win World's Strongest Man?
I prepare for this, and I hope to win this competition. That's why I'm in USA now, and I'm competing.
Okay. Training? You train as hard as you can all year round?
5 days in a week, and it's every one training or hold nearby 3-5 hours.
Wow. So
it's
so you're doing about 25 hours a week, just weights?
Yes.
Wow.
Only training, yes. And it's a lot of warm up and really good work in the gym.
Well, I mean, the hours you put in are evident, because you come back, every time I see you, your body, you don't get much bigger, but you get so much stronger. It's just phenomenal. What's the secret? Are you drinking, or
I can drink.
Is this some secret medicine? Or?
No. I really want and believe to my one, so I do all for this.
Awesome. So, well, it's paying off. Well, good luck, buddy.
Thank you much.
I'm your fan. Wish you all the best. Hope you win one day. Right. Thank you. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Right, that's Group 3 wrapped up. First place, and I kind of guessed it really. Novikov getting the most distance out of all the groups so far with 57.54 meters. he only ran out of time, to be fair. He could have kept going and going and going. He just ran out of time. Second was Maxime with 46. Third, surprisingly, Tom Stoltman. So I would have had Tom for second, in all honesty, but again, this is they're quite hard implements. I noticed with Tom, he was picking it up, and you know, one was crisscross. They were sort of leaning very forward and back. Whether that's his preference, but personally, from experience, I like to pick them up evenly and run with them, and then nothing's knocking, nothing's pulling you off. But maybe that was a mistake by Tom. Don't know. Fourth place was Gavin Bilton. And then fifth was surprisingly Trey Mitchell. I thought he was going to do really well on that. Whether he got his grip wrong, I don't know. So in the lead in Group 3 is Novikov, and second Maxine, third Tom Stoltman. Right, so up next, Group 4, Farmers Walk again for distance. This is a good group as well, actually. We've got JF Caron from Canada, old school. He's so underrated, JF Caron. He could well win this World's Strongest Man. He's one of these guys. He's one of these guys that goes away, works so hard, so quietly, and then just comes back into competition and thrashes everyone. So anything can happen with JF Caron. Graham Hicks is in this group. His grip's not that great. Again, he can pull out the bag. We'll see how they get on.
Ready! Go ahead. Take it easy. Stop. Ready to go.
So he won the group by a couple of meters. Now, from watching on, you did just what you needed to do to get that first place. You went out last, didn't you? Massive advantage.
Yes, massive.
Yeah.
Very massive. When I saw Bobby is going, I know it's good on farmers, but when you know what you need to do.
Yeah,
you know, just no rush, and I take time to reach out. Okay? No rush, and just do what I need.
What's the next event for you?
Squat.
Yeah. Okay, and you're a good squatter, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a good squatter, but X-Season group, I think, is one of the strongest in squat here in World's Strongest Man this year. But I will see what you need.
You're pretty confident you're going through to the final?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the point. I'm very good at loading. I leave each implement in the yard.
Yeah.
And a lot of people try to stall my technique. You know, everybody's waiting and going to lift this
mind
object.
games, that is.
Yeah, but I know exactly what I need to do. But if a mistake happens and I need to fight on stone, I'm also confident.
Yeah, well, good. Final events. You feeling good this year?
Yes.
You've been fourth. You've been fifth 3 years in a row, and then you come fourth last year. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This year it's very good events. I like this setup of events, but still we don't know who will be there.
Yeah.
Then it's
That's
hard
true.
to predict. You know.
That's true. The last Canadian to make the final, second place, was Tom McGee. Now, it's my favourite event, but what is your favourite event ever in World's Strongest Man? And why is it the cheese deadlift?
But it's my favorite too. Yeah, but this deadlift in New Zealand with cheese, was with a bending, it was crazy lift.
That's still the world record now, you know.
Yes,
still the world record.
But Tom was really impressive. And this guy can do backflip.
I know, nuts.
It's crazy, you know. But it was in '82. I was born in '82. It's 38 years ago.
Wow.
But if I can just equal him, it would be very nice for me.
Awesome. Right, well, good luck in the squat, mate. We're watching closely.
Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, speak to you in a minute. Thanks, buddy. Thanks a lot. Group 4 is done. JF Caron absolutely smashed that out of the water. The advantage Caron had is he went out last, so he knew exactly what he had to do. So I think he just picked Bobby Thompson by a few meters, did just enough to win the event. Massive advantage, but very sensible for JF Caron. Must say, he's looking very confident, very, very confident. He's obviously gone away, worked very hard. He's done no other competitions this year, which usually JF Caron's competing every other weekend. So I think he's coming to this very, very strong. Second was Bobby Thompson. Third was Irving Toots. I believe he's done some damage to his knee. Fourth was Graham Hicks. I think that's kind of expected. This is probably one of Graham's weakest events, but he's got some great events coming up, so Graham Hicks can still pull through. And then fifth was Ifor Igolfsson Melstead. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. So JF Caron looking very good going into the next event. Next heat is Group 5, and in this one we have Nick Best, Terry Hollins, Brian Shaw, Eviars Schmolstelis, and Luke Stoltman. Wow, that's a tough group. It's going to be interesting to see Terry and Brian and Luke going out for distance on the Farmer's Walk. Here it is. Right, with Terry, after winning the Farmers for distance, he went out second, so he had a massive disadvantage, but he still won the event. Brian, I think Brian did what he just needed to do to come second, but in all honesty, I don't think he'd have beat Terry, if I'm being honest.
It'd have been close. It'd have been close.
It'd have been close. Terry, you've gone from literally a ripped bodybuilder. You've come through it Will Strongest Man, you've come to bodybuilding, and now you've come back to strongman.
Yeah, got fat again.
Got fat again, yeah. But you look strong, mate. You look phenomenal. You look like, looks like you're going to make the final.
I mean, I feel good. I've trained really hard for it. Me and Bish have trained a lot leading up to this together, which has been great. Obviously, having someone as good as that to train with regularly. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm in a good place. Training's gone really well. Good events for me as well moving forward. So. And yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's got all gone. So,
next event for you?
Yeah, deadlift.
So that's a good one.
It should be good points. I mean, I'd really, in an ideal world, I'd like to beat Brian.
Yeah.
But I think I might have to work really hard to do it. It's not out of the question with how my training's gone. Depending on where his deadlift's at, if it's the same sort of level as what it was last year, I think I've got a shot of beating him. If he's improved again and got back to what he used to be, then it's going to be a tough
one. Because you won the Farmers, that means you're going out last on the deadlift, so a massive advantage there. So you know what you've got to do. Say you could just pick a third place, you save energy then, can't you?
Definitely, and I think, well, that's exactly what Brian just did. He's done that event and really saved a lot of energy.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll be in a position where I feel strong enough to win the event, but if not, it'd be nice to get a second and not have to work too hard.
Cool. Well, good luck, buddy. I'm rooting
Thanks,
for
mate.
you.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right, I've got the results from Group 5. So, in first place was Terry Hollins with 52 metres. Second was Brian Shaw with 40.1. Now, I think Brian was very clever there. He didn't want to go the full 52, so he just did enough to sort of come second. He's very clever, Brian. He will do just enough to sort of breeze through into the final. He's not bothered about coming first in every event. You know, he's achieved enough in his life not to be bothered by not winning an event. So third place was Avars Schmustels. Sorry about pronouncing your name wrong again. And Nip Best in fourth, and then Luke Stoltman, unfortunately, in fifth. Now that's a big shocker. Luke is looking to get into the final, so a fifth place is not a good standing in the first event. It means he's got to work really, really hard to bring his points back up and make sure he gets that top two spots. With Brian and Terry in the group, that makes it very hard for Luke. It really does. You know, Terry, he's had a bit of a whirlwind career of late. You know, he's got down to I think 300 pounds and stood on stage, looked absolutely phenomenal. But then he's bulked up again. I think he's about 360 pounds. He's big, he's strong, he's athletic. He's almost back to where he was 10 years ago, you know? So I think this is Terry's 14th appearance at World's Strongest Man. I think Mark Felix has got the record at 15, so he's definitely got the experience of the other guys, and that's where it pays off in these sort of events, the experience, you know? You don't tend to make as many mistakes as the younger guys. I'm not saying Luke is a younger guy, but Terry's got much less of a chance of making mistakes than, say, everybody else. So, standings for Group 5, first Terry, second Brian Shaw, going to the next event. So, I think the next events, we have squat and deadlift. So, split between the groups. I think some groups have got squats, some groups have got deadlifts. So, we'll head into Group 1 now and see what they've got in store. Right, the next event for some of the groups is the squat. We're going to set the deadlift up out of this. 700 pounds in weight. Now the difficulty with this is it's a thicker bar, so it rolls down your back, and also the big huge globes. You've got to touch the mats, so it puts you off balance as you're going up and down. Makes the hips, the legs, the back, the shoulders, everything work twice as hard. It's basically a squat, but twice as hard. So good luck with the guys.
It's like a squat with big balls.
Yeah. For men. It's a squat for men.
And strong ladies too.
And strong ladies too. Of course I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I'm not sexist at all.
We're PC in here.
Yeah. Women as well.
That's good enough.
Squat. Good leg. Squat. Good leg. Squat. Good leg, squat. Good leg, squat. Good leg, squat. Good leg. Right, Group 3 have just done the squat event. So, in first place was Trey Mitchell with 11 reps. That was absolutely phenomenal. He squeezed those out with every ounce of strength they had left. Novikov, I didn't have him down with 10 reps, but that is absolutely phenomenal. But I'm not shocked in the slightest. 24-year-old, and he's showing the experience, bigger, taller, stronger guys, how it's done. And then Tom Strongman, another third place for Tom. So he got 8 reps. And then Maxime in 4th with 7. And then unfortunately Gavin Milton has pulled his back. I think he just went too low on the squat, relied on the pads a bit too much, and just sunk him right to the deck and obviously pulled him off balance. So next event for Group 3 is the loading, I'm going to say. Just guessing. We'll see you then.
Easy, come on. Down. 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 That's keep breathing. Down. Keep going, keep knocking low, come on. Down. Deep breath, come on. Up. Take down. Deep breath, come on. Up. Up. 10 reps. 10.
Right, group 4 done. Graham Hicks did 10 reps, but still came third on that because Jeff Caron and Bobby Thompson did 11, tying first. So first, second for those two. Graham in third. He is 3.5 points behind second place. So he's got some good events coming up. I think he's got the loading and the overhead. Graham can still make it to the final, and I really hope he does. He's looking really strong. He nearly did the world record log press back at Europe, so log for reps should be easy for him. Now we have groups 1, 2, and 5 doing the deadlift. So we'll rush through that, and then that's the wrap up to day 1. So up next, deadlift for reps. Go.
Yes, come on. Yes. Come on, Paul. Come on, yes. Come on, Paul. Pull it.
Right, I've got the results in for group 1. As expected, Robert Oberst in last with 1 rep. Fair play, he doesn't want to waste energy. He knew he wasn't going to beat any of those guys, so he's done the bare minimum just to get through. Pat Dwyer did 6. I thought he would have done a little bit better. Gabriel Penner 8. Luke Richardson 7. And Jerry Pritchett, another event win with 9 reps. So Pritchett's in the lead here, looking very, very strong. And overall points, Pritchett in the lead with 10, Gabriel in second with 6, and then Luke Richardson in second with 6. So Luke is tied second at the minute. So Luke, loading event and overhead, 2 very good events for him. Luke's got a good shot at making the final, really, really has. So hope he keeps it up going into day 2. So good luck to Luke.
Go. Go. Easy break. Go. 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 Come on.
ball.
Ready? On the whistle.
Group 2, that was an absolute shocker. Bish with 9 reps, but also Felix with 9 and Shivlikov with 9. I knew those three were going to be tight, but I had Bish down for the win. I feel as though he could have done 10. He went out first, which is a massive disadvantage. So he set the standard, and obviously that gives everyone else a target to chase, so a little bit easier. Kevin Fairs was 6, and then Evan Singleton, I think he did 5, disallowed 1, so he'll be really annoyed. He put all that effort in just for 1 point. Hindsight, he should have just done 1 rep and walked away, but you know what, he tried his best, which you can't really mock him for that. He's always trying his best. So points, wow, Felix is in the lead with 7, and then 3 people tied in second place. Kevin Fairs, Mikhail and Singleton in second place on 6, and then Bish is in last place with 5 points. So Bish is only 2 points off first. 2 good events for Bish coming up, the loading and the dumbbell. I reckon he'll be 1 and 2, first and second in both of those events. So I think Bish is going to go through to the final without having to do the stones. So the rest of the field is going to fight out for that second place. So day 2 for them is going to be an interesting one. Up next, group 5 on the deadlift. We've got Nick Best, Terry Hollins, Brian Shaw, Aviers Shostelis and Luke Stoltman. So good group here. Obviously Brian for the win. Luke a little bit injured at the minute, so I'm not quite sure. And then I think Terry Hollins is looking quite strong on deadlift. Nick Best is a very weak point, and AVR's not sure. So we'll see how they get on. But I've definitely got Brian for the win on this, and Terry for a second.
Excuse me, sir. We're trying to do an interview. If you could get over to the desk now, like right now. Stop talking. Thank you, guys. We'll interrupt this. We got an interview to do. Go. Thanks.
Ready? Start speed. Let's go. Come on.
reps. Good.
Good for 7, Terry. Come on.
Right, group 5 is done. Net best 1 rep. They did 3, but got disallowed 2. I just didn't wait for the down signal. AVR's 5, Luke Stoltman 5. Bit disappointed with that. I thought he was going to get more. Brian and Terry, they obviously did a little pact there. They both did 6 reps. Very fair enough. If I was in the group, I would do a pact with Brian as well. There's no point in killing each other, making each other do 7, 8, 9 reps. So they decided to stop on 6, joint first, which is a very sensible thing from both parties, really. So Terry Holland's in first with 9.5, Brian with 8.5, and obviously Brian's got some good events coming up, so he'll overtake Terry. Brian will fly through, no doubt, into the final, and Terry will take second. But shut up, Brian. Okay, shut up. So just wait your turn, okay? Will you just wait?
Can you please explain to me what is so important that you are making me wait?
My YouTube channel.
Oh. Hi, Eddie's YouTube
That
channel.
is way more important than you, your stupid 5th World's Strongest Man title. And it's more important than you.
Are you sharing results?
Your squinty eyes. Yeah.
Are you sharing results?
Sharing results. Is that okay with you?
No. Actually, it's not.
No one cares about you, Brian, okay?
Okay.
No one cares about you. They only care about the results.
You should have had these memorized, okay? I didn't need a paper.
Yeah, I remember I had. So in the lead is Terry Hollands with 9.5. Second place. Second. Behind the first is Brian Shaw with 8.5. That's So that's a wrap for day 1 anyway. Put the points up on the screen of all the groups. The Brits are doing pretty good, and obviously Brian's doing phenomenal. I think Brian's on his way to win his 5th title, if I'm being honest. It's definitely his to lose. That's just my opinion as of now. The underdogs are definitely going to be the Stoltmans and Novikovs. So I'll see you in day 2. But thanks for watching, guys. Like the channel, subscribe to it, and I'll see you tomorrow. I suppose next video. Big love the beast. Take care.